Account team is a feature that you can leverage to open up access to a specific account and its related records such as contacts, opportunities, cases to a group of users that you want to work as a team. Now, let's review what an account team is, how to enable it, and how you can benefit from an account team feature in your org. Consider a scenario where in your company, accounts are managed by account executives. They create account, they own the account records, and they manage the account records. But to sell efficiently and maintain customer relationship with that customer account, they need help from various other teams, such as support team, marketing team, executive team, or even a sales engineering team. To use account teams in your organization, first, administrators need to enable account team and add it to the page layout so the users can use that to add and remove members. Then you define team roles that could be used to flag which user, what role they play in that team. And also, once this is done, you can let the users create default teams and add team members as and when they want. Let's go to an org and see how to enable account teams and how to use account teams and add team members. To work with account teams, you need to be in Salesforce setup to enable it first. But before I go and enable account teams, let's see what is our current sharing settings, that is our organization-wide defaults. To do that, let me type in sharing settings in the quick find and go to sharing settings. Let's take a look at our current organization-wide defaults for account and contact. Both are set as public read only. And then our opportunity and case are private, meaning only the record owners will have access to that by default. Now, having seen this, with the help of account team, you can open up access to these opportunities and cases, which by default is private in our sharing settings. So let's do that. First, to enable account teams, you're going to feature settings under platform tools, expand sales, and then click on account teams. You can also directly type in account teams in quick find to get there. And click on enable account teams. This will bring you to a page where you have to check account teams enabled and hit save. The page will refresh and then you will have a chance to add the account teams into the account page layout. So let me select which page layout I want. In this case, I have an account page layout. Let's select it and also added this to any users, customers related list. I'm going to save this, which will bring you to a screen where you can configure your team roles. Let's configure team roles where we can add a role for a member to play in that account team. These are different from your role hierarchy roles, right? So this will identify what role they play in that team when they are getting this record shared with them. You see that we have already some values available. I'm going to add a new value. This is going to be a dedicated support rep role. So let's say dedicated support rep. And similarly, you can add many different team roles that you want one by one and hit save. So after you enable account teams and define team roles, you have done your job as an administrator. Now, it is the responsibility of each individual users to set up their account team and then share those records with the users that they want to work as a team. For now, I will go and simulate this as being logged in as one of those account executive users, Colby Clay. So for that, let me go to users and users. Let me look for a user named Colby Clay. And then I'm going to log in as that user. So moving away from a system administrator, which I was already logged in, and to Colby Clay. So once I'm logged in as this user, I'll go to accounts and choose my accounts so that you only see the accounts owned by Colby Clay. Let me open one of the accounts. I'm going to open Camping Surplus, which is owned by Colby Clay, assuming that person is the account executor. And then if you look at the related list and scroll down, you will see account team. Now, this is where this user can add a default team or add any team members as and when needed. Now, where do I set this default team? That is done by the user's personal settings. So if I click on the user Colby Clay's photo and click on setting, this will bring us to the user's personal settings page. And from there, if I go to advanced user details and then scroll a bit down, you will find that there is a default account team that you can create. A default account team helps this user to quickly add members that they usually work with. So I'm going to add a default account team for Colby Clay. First, let us choose Roman. And if I don't know the full name, you can use the magnifying glass to check for it. And then select Roman Frazier. And let the read-only contact access be as it is. And then the opportunity access, I can set what level of access they want. I will give read-write for opportunity and read-only for cases, and contact as read-only. Next, I want to add fountain. So let me look for the user using the magnifying glass. Look for fountain, Blair Fountain, and then add them as read-only for account, read-only for contact, read-only for opportunity, and cases read-write. Roman Frazier is going to be the sales engineer, and Blair is going to be the dedicated support rep. This is their team role that you chose before. And hit save. This is created as a default team for Colby Clay. Now back into accounts and open this account, Camping Surplus, and go to the related account team list. I can simply add the default team, and it automatically adds that Blair and Roman are default team members of this specific account, meaning Blair and Roman will have access to the cases of this account, contact of this account, and the opportunities of the account. And you decided whether they have a read-write access or just a read access. Keep in mind, it cannot be lower than or restrictive than the organization-wide defaults, right? It can only use to be open up. So with the help of account teams, all you're doing is making collaboration around account and its related contacts, opportunities, cases much easier to manage. And the users can share it and decide when to revoke them as well.